Mentha aquatica, agrowplants.org, also known as water mint. So this hibiscus, it's perennial evergreen, grow for the edible leaves, and the leaves are fragrant and can be used as an ornamental plant and also as a water plant. This cultivar, it's a little bit weird than the usual Mentha aquaticas that I know, but it's actually less good. Was a big mistake, but doesn't matter. So here's some information about them. This mint. So it can use as a ground cover. It attracts a lot of pollinators and it's like a lot of water. It doesn't like to live in a pond itself, but on the side of the pond. Much better. Next to a water source will be better. Can also grow a little bit, not a little bit, but can grow on the water. But if you want to enjoy from this, take a pot or something under the soil, make it sit with a lot of water, heavy soil, it will be great. So if you would like to buy this plant, there is a link below, link in the right top side, and if you purchase it, it's amazing donation for this channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like plants. This is a channel for you. A lot of plants. Check the old video and of course new videos. It can grow in a variety of climates, can be subtropical, Mediterranean or temperate climate in hardiness zone of 5 to 10, and the leaves are green oval with serrated edges. A strong odor, and the flowers are purple and attract a lot of pollinators. It's actually a lot of little flowers that grow on the stem and create like I don't know, a kind of oval ball or whatever. So how to grow it? It's like a aquatic environment or edge of a pond, heavy soil, something that will give it a lot of contain of water. Uh, the soil should be moist. It's possible with even with soils that are not moist. It's grow well, but it's need to be better with moist soil. Rich soil, you should add fertilizer once a year, better with high content of nitrogen. Why nitrogen? Because it's more growth of the leaves and less for the blooming. And you don't really want the flowers, so it's something to consider to have. You can start to grow it by plant seed or cutting. Cutting it's super easy. It just put it in the water. It will grow roots. If you are more, you can bend a branch over and just put it on the soil with a lot of wet the soil, and you will have roots. This is not a problem. It's a quite of aggressive plant and can be. It's not very good from seeds, but from it's aggressive. If you put it in one location, it's really can move in places in the garden, and this is something that will be a problem. This is why maybe it's better to contain it. It's easier to harvest. It's easier to maintain the rapid growth of these plants and the aggressive qualification of this plant. Planting season will be from hardiness zone in spring in hardiness zone of 5 to 8, spring to summer in hardiness zone of 9, spring to autumn in hardiness zone of 10A, and autumn to spring in hardiness zone of 10B. Usually, pests are aphids, spider mites, and thrips, but it just and some other larvas, but they just eat the leaves. The plants will still survive it. Pruning possible all the year, better in the autumn to the winter, and blooming stems all the season. Just cut them, no point. How to prune? So pruning need to be aggressive. Let's say 5 centimeters from the ground, it's 2 inches, and every stem that start to bloom, better to prune it before it bloom. All branches, and even pull dead plants, dead part of plants because it's are all connected usually, and reduce the amount of the plants because it's growing. Uh, Make it limit. It's better if you make the growing area limited. You will get better. It will be easier to harvest, and also you will get more in the same location. If it start to grow everywhere, there is no place for these plants, and it just go everywhere. So the harvesting it's harder. Controlling it's harder. So it's better not to. The height of the plant will be 20 to 60 centimeters. So it's been 8 to 24 inches. It's a fast-growing plant that require average to big amount of water. Also require a full sun to half shade, better almost full sun, like let's say 0.75% of full sun, because more sun you will expose, more flowers you will have, and it's you don't really want unless you want to attract a lot of pollinators. Uh, but it's harder to harvest when you have a lot of flowers. And you have less leaves, the leaves less good, all the energy go to the flowers, and this is not what you want. Okay, so containers. To grow it in containers, it is possible from 8 to 18 liters. Bigger, of course, will be better. It's been 2 to 5 gallons, and make the container shallow and wider. Every year is better to cut some of the roots and the plants. Reduce the amount of plants in the container, and because it's grow fast, without reduction of the roots, the amount of plants, you might kill everything that you have in the container, and also it won't grow well if it will survive this situation. Of course, switching the soil every few years will be good for the plants. Use rich soil. You don't have. It's possible good drainage, without good drainage. It's optional even to take a bucket to make one hole, or even not hole at all, and just plant it there. It's possible just to put it in water, but then you attract a lot of mosquitoes, and this is not something that usually you want in your garden. So better just to put it with a lot of soil, and if you want the water, put the water down. At least put one hole inside of this pot. Why? To have good drainage in the winter, especially, that you won't have flooding of water. It's not good for the mosquitoes. It's good for the mosquitoes, not good for you for sure. Blooming season, usually it's in the summer, possible also in the late spring to the early autumn in the hardiness zone of 10B. Except this, it's easy to grow it. Forgot how to harvest the leaves. So harvesting season will be in the spring to the summer in hardiness zone from 5 to 9, spring to the autumn in hardiness zone of 10A, and all the year in hardiness zone of 10B. Cut the stems few centimeter above the ground, and make it divide. Or if it's already divide, 2 centimeter, a few centimeter, not 2, just few centimeter about the location that it was divided. Except this, you can use the leaves for paste, beverage, or salad. Usually people use it for beverage. It's good. You can cook with it. I'm not really aware how to do it, but it's possible. It's give some taste. And except this, it's easy plant to grow without special requirement, except that you need to contain it. If you contain it, you won't need to work hard. If you let it grow like it won't, you will pay the price in the future. That's the price. It's to work harder and to prevent this plant to kill other kind of plants, because it's very, very aggressive. Also, it have strong flavors, so in the other, compared to other kind of mints, it's with strong flavor, but this one that I grow, it's very weak flavor, and this is why I dislike it. So I will try to find a new one. So highly recommend to consider to grow it if you like mint, and this is an option to grow, so check it out. That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy, and come visit us again.